Hello and welcome to my vintage Schumacher RC channel. This introduction video, I'm restoring a Cougar 2 Team Edition. Anyway, red chassis, very holes. I have tried to get another chassis. Can't get hold of one. Tried a lot. I mean, I did actually, when I had my Cougar back in the 90s, I did actually buy a red chassis, but it wasn't for a Cougar 2, because a lot of Cougar 2 parts were coming out back then, and I actually put it on used it for my Cougar. But unfortunately, this one's got holes in. It's not in bad condition, but it's the only, I can only go with that. I've got nothing else. So I'm stuck with it. My restoration is going to be with the original chassis. Everything else is original. The wishbones. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not going to use any re parts in my build. Hang on, a bit sick in my throat. No re parts whatsoever. Everything on my build is 100% 90s. There is no re bollocks on this video. Original wishbones, bulkhead I required a few years ago. It's actually the one that was original to the Cougar 2, because it does change a few years later. It's got holes in it for the Club 10 for the actual body mounts. Oof dear. Anyway, suspension mount, front original. I was going to go with some carbon ones. I found a site that sell carbon suspension towers, but on this build I want to keep everything as original as possible. The carbon ones do look very nice, but if I get around, I might build another Cougar 2, but if not, anyway, like I say, all these parts are original. Rear bulkhead. If you notice, it's square mounted for the battery with a slot in it. Original Cougar was curved because that's what the batteries were like back then. Curved battery packs. But anyway, you don't want to listen about the original Cougar. This is Cougar 2. I will be restoring my original Cougar, by the way. Later videos. Wishbones with the 8th hole for the pivot bars. The original Cougar had 2mm, but I keep digressing about the original Cougar, never mind. Rear hub carriers, wheel carriers. These, actually, when the Cougar 2 came out, these were original to the Cougar 2. They do put them on the Club 10 as well. Now this is the piece of resistance. Original slipper clutch, original gearbox. I've already restored it, put it together, but for the purpose of this video and my series, I will strip it down and show you an in-depth video of the gearbox, because it is very tasty. Very nice gearbox. And the infamous metal drive shafts. Now these are a bit of a pig to strip down. I probably will do it at a later date. I do actually need to do it because they are a bit dirty. Need to do it anyway. Original shocks. I've got quite a few spares for these, but I'm going to stick with the original, just clean them. I think they'll clean up quite nicely. Just, here you go, a bit oily. Here we go, a bit oily. Just need to clean them. They're going to go on quite nice. I was going to get some like carbon shock mounts and some big bore shocks, but I thought no, I'm going to keep this model 1992 spec. It's going to be box spec, I think. These original ball raced steering levers. Like I say, everything's in really nice condition. Really nice. Perfect for a rebuild, actually. Perfect for a rebuild. I have been collecting parts for quite a few years. I restored my top cat already. Very nice. I was going to do my Cougar next, but then I thought, I've got this Cougar 2 Team Edition. And here you go, stainless steel bearings. Full set of stainless steel. But the actual history of the Top Cat Cougar and Cougar 2s are very closely related. And it's very nice how Schumacher improved the dynamics of the cars, because the Top Cat was absolutely fantastic. The actual engineering at the front of the Top Cat is fantastic. And then the only difference with the Cougar, the 1990 Cougar, is the front end to the Top Cat. Back end exactly the same, front end completely different. And when you get to the Cougar 2, it all starts to change. Like the front end's virtually the same as the Cougar, except for the ball race steering, but that's almost the same. I mean, obviously the wishbones are swept back, they're slightly different. But the shock mounts, they're different to the Cougar. And the gearbox is basically the same, but the metal drive shafts, they're unique to the Cougar 2. The bodying I use, I got this off eBay of another Cougar 2 quite a few years ago. Very nice paint job actually. I've looked after this. I don't know why it's got white blobs on it. They will come off. I've tried it already. Polishes up quite nicely. And this was painted by Rob Jones. I'm going to say Rob. It could be Bob, but I'm going to put money on Rob Jones. And he painted it in 1992. Wow, that is almost as old as me. No, not really, I'm not older. But anyway, this is my Cougar 2 build restoration video. This is an introduction. Hopefully, what I'm going to do front end, back end, gearbox. Probably chop it into quite a few different videos. Anyway, thanks for watching this introduction, and laters.